Bless you.
Lewat lah aku ini udah ke play. To the honorable adjudicators, good morning. Indonesia is currently being intensified with a lot of movements that are contrary to the principle that are currently happening. The principle that is currently instilled in the nature of the majority of society, especially Indonesian society, against the background of the many tribes, cultures, religions, and races that exist in Indonesia, it actually makes people very close to traditional understandings that are still strong in society. Society can continue to maintain this tradition with descendants who continue, just as the true nature of humans on this earth is to continue to reproduce and reproduce. It is even recorded that the world's population currently reaches 7 billion people. Because of this, there are so many places that are overpopulated. So many people cannot live in equal life. There are homeless, poverty is everywhere, and the country's economic situation is unstable. According to fiscalcommando.go, the poverty rate for September 2022 were recorded at 9.57%, or as many as 26.36 million people are below the poverty line. An unstable economy makes many people, especially women, decide to support themselves as the main thing. As a result, women out there prefer not to have children or are child-free. Lagi ini, gak apa-apa, tanya. Child-free is a hot topic of conversation in today's era. It is said that the birth rate in Indonesia has been declining for more than 50 years. For that, this motion appears. As feminists, this house would aggressively campaign for child-free in conservative society. First, I will explain what is the definition of today's motion. Feminist here is an action or movement to fight for women's rights. Aggressively here means the showing an attention to attack bodily, mentally, or verbally, whatever gets in the way. Campaign here means action and efforts aimed at gaining support. Child-free here is a woman who decided not to have a child. Conservative society here is society that has a concept that always wants to maintain old tradition and traditional things. We come to my arguments. I am agree that as feminists we should aggressively campaign child-free in conservative society. I have 3 arguments that I want to explain to you. First, women have the right to determine themselves and cannot be restrained. Gender equality is one of our human rights, the right to live in an honorable way, free from fear and free to make life choices, and not only reserved for men. Women also have essentially the same rights. Every woman has their own rights to choose who will be stand beside her, whether she wants to have a children or not. We cannot force them to be what they want. Second, not everyone can meet their own needs. Needs are something serious to support an individual's life. But what will happen if we do not have the ability to do this? Someone will be more selfish and selfish. The number of poor people increased into the first year of the pandemic and reached its peak in March 2021 at 27.54 million people, or 10% of the total population. According to today's motion, what this means is that a woman does not necessarily have the funds to meet her child's needs, so they have the right to choose whether they want to have a child or not, and we cannot use them or prohibit them. Third, not all the women can balance their careers with the household. When married, women will be faced with domestic obligation and childcare. In fact, these 2 things are both duties of husband and wife. However, in reality, many husbands also think that all these things are the main responsibility of a wife or mother. As a result, it is not uncommon for women to have difficulty dividing their time and attention and prefer not to have children or child-free. Based on tribunjakarta.com, Bekasi, a number of cases of child abuse occurred in 2022. One of these heartbreaking and often heartbreaking things happened in Bekasi. Close to National Children's Day, which falls on July 23, 2022, shocking news occurred in Bekasi City about a boy with initial R, 15 years old. Case of child violence in Bekasi, boy chained by his parents because he often asks for food. This causes many to not be able to look after their children and have no knowledge about starting a family. Thank you.